Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Cybersecurity Awareness Month, which takes place every October, and now in its 19th year, is a collaboration between government and private industry to raise awareness about digital security and empower everyone to protect their personal data from digital forms of crime. Joining me is Awa Sun-Yin. She's a co-founder of Anoma to discuss how blockchain technology can help to improve cybersecurity health. Awa, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
You got it. And the first thing we all think about when it comes to cybersecurity is hacks. How does decentralization improve cyber health, and what might some of these criticisms of blockchains be missing?
So one thing to remember is that decentralization is a feature. It is the means to a goal, and particularly it can avoid giving a disproportionate amount of power to any trusted or centralized intermediary, which can result often in exploitative paradigms like surveillance capitalism. However, if you look at the state today, most of the interesting decentralized applications, including NFT marketplaces or decentralized exchanges, have actually at least one centralized component, which is a concerning regression. And this shows that programmable settlement architectures like Ethereum and some of the most recent ones are not sufficient, and that we need a new architecture to enable end-to-end decentralized applications.
Can you explain why interoperability is important in the blockchain sphere?
Interoperability is just a feature, and I think directionally it is the right step. It allows us to decouple assets from the underlying protocols and platforms. In the end, digital assets just are representations of value. Without interoperability, it ends up in a world where we are issuing the same asset over different blockchains. But with interoperability, what it allows you to do is an asset that was created on blockchain A, you can use it for features of applications that currently live on blockchain B.
Where does Anoma fit in the blockchain ecosystem?
Anoma is providing a novel architecture. We call it the generation 3 of blockchain architectures. And what it allows you is to build full stack decentralized applications.
Can you talk to us about how your platform uses cryptography and blockchain technology to boost coordination as a communal good, and how this protects against nefarious actors in the system?
So one of the most interesting properties that Anoma's architecture enables is composable privacy. If you look at the current state of blockchain architectures, it all comes from currently everything is transparent, even to every stranger in the internet. And now we're going to the approach where let's make everything private without really thinking about what do applications need. So Anoma's composable privacy makes it easier for users and application developers to reason through different levels of privacy, from transparent to partial private or fully private. And it allows you, on one hand, to build better versions of existing applications like decentralized autonomous organizations, but with more granular privacy. And on the other hand, it allows you to build novel applications that you can't really build in existing platforms like Solbit second price auctions.
Talk to us about your concept of a third generation blockchain protocol and how it addresses this type of concern.
So actually, one major challenge with existing applications and existing blockchains is that it requires a lot of understanding from the user when interacting with the system securely and privately. So even I myself, I used to work chat analysis, and I was involved with multiple layer ones. I can accidentally easily dox myself when using wallets. And if you are interacting with dApps and smart contracts, you do not only need to audit the smart contract you're directly using, but also the other smart contracts they calls. So in practice, the results it's unfeasible to utilize any of these applications with high assurance and security. So one of the most interesting paradigms that Anoma brings to the table is the idea of a declarative paradigm. So it is the idea that the users only have to worry about defining the end state, what they want from an application. They do not have to worry about what the protocol does under the hood, but the protocol is set to take that intent and settle it as it was defined while minimizing externalities. This declarative paradigm, I consider that is going to be crucial for blockchains to reach mass adoption.
And Awa, your team is looking to build out a decentralized full stack architecture to power people's choices on blockchain. Why are you so intent, and why is choice so key on the Anoma network?
This is because it's going to provide for you as a user actually way better experience from the security standpoint, but also from the experience itself, where applications do not require you at all to think about there was even a blockchain involved. You only need to worry about defining the end state, what it is you want to achieve, and the protocol just handles it for you. In the end, you only need to verify the end state.
And finally, what's next for Anoma?
So there is a new white paper coming up, but I'm most excited about is start showing some of the new applications they can build and how they benefit from this architecture. There are particularly two groups. One group is how current existing applications can be more advanced using this architecture. And the other group would be novel applications that cannot build with existing architectures, like still basic on price auctions, multivariable bartering platforms, and then prove money and a bunch of more advanced forms of economics. And yeah, that's the thing I'm most excited about.
Certainly have a lot going on at Anoma, and it all sounds exciting. I will appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.